Well, we're finally here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the Dad AF podcast. I am that dad. I'm Mike, and many of you may know me already from the internet over on my page, Papa Does Preach, papadoespreach.com, as well as on Facebook, Papa Does Preach. This is my new venture, though, the podcast, branching off of that page, the Dad AF podcast. Now, I know, let's talk about that right off the bat. I know many of my fans already had said they wanted me to say out what AF means, but I'm not going to do that. And I know a lot of people said to keep it real, say it like it is. But this is who I am. This is for real. I don't go around cussing in front of my kids, and I'm sure don't plan on going around cussing in front of you. But that does not mean that it's always going to be that cut and dry, that clean, because sometimes shit just gonna get real. See what I mean? So anyway, let's move on from there. Like I said, welcome. Thank you for sticking with me the last how long have I been talking about doing this podcast? I don't know, a couple of years now. It's probably, if you ask my wife, it's probably longer than that. But, like I said, we're finally here. We're going to talk about all the nitty-gritty. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. We're not just going to talk about the fluffy things of parenting, because parenting sucks. I mean, it's cool and all, but kids suck, man. You love them, but it sucks. So, we're going to talk about that, but we also are going to talk about the cool things, because, yes, kids do cool things, and they do make us laugh and smile from time to time, so we will cover stuff like that. But, so, right off the bat, let's just talk about who I am. It's me, Mike. You know me. I'm a father of two. If you follow my Papa Does Preach page on social media, you know my son, Ferris, and my daughter, Scully. Son is going to be 6 next week. How crazy is that? 6. And Scully is just 18 months. Yeah, 18 months in a couple days, actually. Crazy, man. Time is flying. You guys also know the wife. She's not here right now, but you know who she is. Because let's be honest, you guys like her better than me anyway. That's okay. That's all right. I've come to terms with that, and I'm okay with it. So that's the Preach crew. That's who we are, and hopefully one, if not two, if I can rein in the kid, people will be guests now and again on the show, and I can talk the wife into jumping on with me. I tried to get her this week, but she was not interested. That's okay. And the son, well, he just, maybe we'll get him to, sometime. So, what else should we talk about? I mean, gosh, we're only 3 minutes in, and I feel like I'm already done. So, so father of two, I'm your average working stiff. I'm not one of these people who make a lot of money off this, although I would not be opposed to it. So if anybody wants to hire me or pay me to do podcasting or writing or talk crap about my kids, I'll gladly take your money. And I'm not a stay-at-home parent. But that's okay. I go to work every day, grind it out, come home, and then deal with my jerk kids. But they make me smile, so I guess it's all worth it in the end. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I'm almost 40. I think I've drilled that into your guys' heads enough the last few months as I've been dreading it. It's inching closer and closer every day. We're about a month and a half out to me being officially over the hill. I've, probably had the facial hair and the looks to go with that for many, many years, but hey, why don't we just get the number and we'll all match. I'm excited about doing this project. I'm excited about talking about all kinds of things. I'm, slowly but surely getting my imprint on the internet with this Dad AF brand. So if you guys have any suggestions or anything you want me to cover, anything in the news, anything in my personal life, anything you have ideas to talk about, feel free to always visit me over my Papa Does Preach page. Also on Facebook, we have the Dad AF Podcast Facebook page, as well as we are Dad AF Podcast on Twitter and Dad AF Podcast on Instagram. We're all over the place. Or email me. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me at dadafpodcast@gmail.com. And and just hit me up. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know how much you love the show, how much you think I suck. Whatever it is you want to tell me, I'm here. I'll listen. I'll write you back. I'll tell you. Probably tell you you suck. But feel free. And let's see. So I'm actually pretty excited because I know a lot of other dads, a lot of other moms too, who are in this creative space that I'm in, and I'm looking forward to having them on the show because these people are awesome, and I like to talk to awesome people. Well, let's just be real. I don't like people. I don't like to talk to people, but I do like to talk to creative people, and I do like to talk to my people in my creative circle. But I do like to talk to you guys too. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. Yeah, I've been called worse. So I was originally going to cover a topic last week that I thought was a complete and smooth transition into the podcast world. It was going to be a slam dunk, a home run, a other sports analogy to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Insert here. I was going to talk about the Logan Paul situation. The Logan Paul goes over to Japan and films in the Japanese suicide forest, finding a dead body and puts it on YouTube situation. But being my typical self, I didn't get off my dead ass and get the proper steps put in place to get the podcast going, so it kind of became stale, and it's probably a good thing, because at that point it would have been just like, well, I was just riding the coattails of things other people had already said. But I'm not above that. I'll ride some coattails. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'll talk about other thing. But, at the same time, it was just like, well, what am I going to say what other people have already said? So that topic died out. Or did it? The Paul family is like the gift that keeps on giving. So luckily, here we are a week later, and I'm able to do, on the very first episode of the Dad AF podcast, a weekly segment, or, wow, did I just lock myself into doing one of these every week? How about a regular segment on the podcast, however frequent or infrequent this podcast may come out, and it is called...
You don't have bad luck. The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
That's right. We're going to talk about people who are dumbasses. Now, I know that is a wide range of people in this world, but thankfully, the Paul family has got us covered. So if I have to I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory if you don't know what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, please get out from under that damn rock you've been living under for the last X amount of years. So Logan Paul, major, huge, like mega huge YouTuber. You guys may know him. If you don't know who he is, again, what the hell are you doing with your life? You may know him. You've seen his videos where he originally started doing those stupid videos where he does the splits in front of people out on the streets, and that's kind of how he got noticed. And as much as I want to call him stupid or a dumbass or whatever, let's be honest, the guy he's genius. Business wise, he is a genius. I mean, he is YouTube's golden boy for more than one reason. Top money maker. All the different brands want to attach their ads and hitch their wagons to his Wow, that analogy fell apart. That's okay. Anyway, and then you have his brother Jake Paul. Jake Paul, former Disney star, Disney personality, current douchebag on the internet. And I'm sure you've seen many, many, many stories of Jake Paul and his idiocy of late. Well, this week was no exception. He decided to come to the defense of his brother Logan and make a video called I Lost My Virginity. Yeah. First off, if he believed that any of us were going to buy that happened at this point in his life, I mean, come on, please. We're not all morons. I mean, okay, well, maybe some of us are morons, but on top of that, he also used a clickbait thumbnail of him with a barely clothed girl. They both were barely clothed, which might have been the biggest thing because he had his socks on. I mean, seriously, who does it with their socks on? I don't know. Maybe that's a subject for another time. But so it turns out it was all clickbait. Duh. I could have told you that right off the bat. But I guess you never really know with YouTube. They let a dead body with his brother stay on there and get millions and millions of views. But it turned out it was clickbait, just trying to drag attention away from his brother so that, because he's glad to take the heat. But no, it's not Jake Paul, who is this week's dumbass. But it definitely is a male in the Paul family. That's right. If it's not Jake and it's not Logan, who could it be? That's right. It's Daddy Paul. Greg Paul, also known as the Vlog Dad on YouTube, because of course he has his own YouTube channel. Their family dog probably has his own fucking YouTube channel. So Greg Paul decided to make a video on Instagram and basically to call out and address all the quote-unquote haters that are talking shit about his son. So he posts this video and he says, Logan will be back, superfans. Bus update. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if they're renting a van and going to live down by the river. I don't know. He basically says, we all screw up. It's part of life. Do I agree with everything? And let me be clear with you first. He wrote, we all fuck up. Don't be a chicken shit. Don't go back and change it. Stick with it, man. Roll with the F-bomb. That's what I mean. And look at me. Again, hypocrisy. I said Dad AF. Here we are. It's part of life. Do I agree with everything my boys do? No. What he should have put right here is, do I agree with everything? No, but do I love all the money that's rolling in? Of course I do. Do I agree with some of the things my friends do? No. Do they agree with some of the things I do? No. But yes, so we screw up, face it, whatever. We all. Oh, here actually, he did leave it. We all fuck up, and at one time or another in our life, that's life. What do we do with those mistakes, bad judgment, or whatever? You come to terms with it, you deal with it, you grow up. I love them, boys. I'm proud of them. Throws out his lame hashtags, tags his sons. So, okay. But on top of that, he says in the video that the haters will never ever have an effect on the Paul family. Great. Now, you may be wondering, well, Mike, why are you calling Greg a dumbass for coming to the defense of his sons? I'm not. That's not why I'm calling him a dumbass. Although he is a dumbass. I'm calling him a dumbass because he used the word haters. He's a grown-ass man using the word haters. Okay, I to put it bluntly, I hate the word haters. I mean, seriously, if you, in today's day and age, in 2018, if you have to address the quote-unquote haters in your life, someone needs to take you out back and beat the shit out of you. Okay, just seriously, stop. You're a grown old man and you want to talk to the haters. How about if you have to make a video and put it online? Because you didn't have to, Greg. I mean, kudos to you. Great. Coming to your kid's defense. But if you had to put out a video, first off, let's address the fact that these sirens that you probably hear in the background right now come by my house like every 15 minutes, I swear it feels like. And they, for whatever reason, they always blare it like right as they pass my house. I swear one of these days I'm gonna go out there and say something. I'm not really gonna say anything. Back to you, Greg. If you felt like you had to make a video defending your son, why couldn't you just be like, hey, look, it's my kid, lay off, okay? He screwed up, I didn't like it, we all mess up, whatever. But do you really have to try to act like you're hip, you're cool? I'm going to talk to my super fans and, brush my shoulders off the haters. Just shut up, man. Just be you. All right. Well, I'm done ranting on that. I'm done ranting. Not really. I'll probably get off here and talk more shit and probably annoy the shit out of my wife for the next 15 minutes, and she'll pretend to listen while she's watching The Bachelor or something. I don't know. We're definitely going to talk about that too, because my wife is one of the smartest people I know. She is a highly educated, well-traveled, just badass to the bone, feminist type individual, and she is obsessed with The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. And you know what? I can almost stomach those two. It's that she's also obsessed with, like, that Bachelor in Paradise crap. I can't with that. But that's for another time. So, I don't have much else to talk about. I just wanted to finally get something out for you guys. Like I said, I'm open to ideas. This is hopefully this is the worst episode I've ever done, because I'm nervous as hell. I literally sat here for 20 minutes staring at the record button before I actually hit record. So hopefully it just gets better from here, because it can't get much worse. Anyway, thank you for listening. For whoever the handful of you out there who are listening. Yes, I English for a living. I use the words of the English language, as you can tell. And you can hear more stuff like that. Just me tripping over my tongue because I can't talk straight on a podcast. It's going to be awesome. So, as I was saying, reach out to me. Just don't touch me. No, I'm just kidding. Let me know things you guys want to talk about, want to hear about. People you may want me to talk to, interview. I have plenty of friends and associates that I can't wait to talk to as well. But if there's anybody you guys have in mind, I'm more than happy to talk to some people. All right. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Don't be a dumbass. Like my buddy Red Foreman, my idol, one of my fatherly figure idols, Red Foreman would say. Or I might stick my foot in your ass. That's another one of his awesome sayings. So, all right, everyone, have a good one. And to all my dads out there, keep it popping. Take it easy.